pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
2nd down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Throwing now on 3rd and... Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Here's their punter now. And John to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This is taken at the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Receiver in motion, going right. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. Motion man set right. They'll look to throw again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the air one more time. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. To him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. This one is caught by Reed. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 3rd down.
The penalty helps a bit, but it's still 3rd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Panthers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. 2nd down and 3. Throwing now from the gun. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Automatic 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll send him over to the left. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, a loose football. The Seahawks scoop it up. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Reed is the motion man here. They'll go with a counter on 1st down, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. The Panthers will take their first timeout. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. There's that man again. Another catch. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in
and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Still 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and that's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. 16-14 was the final score. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's third down. They'll look to throw. Going up top. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Tight end on the move left. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Man in motion, heading left. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw here is complete. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll motion a tight end right. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. His kick is good. And the Panthers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Seahawks will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He'll go right and find his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Now, faking the give. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Here's a third down and 4. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. He's going to look for the home run ball.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They put a receiver in motion to the left. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. They motion a receiver right. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on
Delayed
third
game,
and short.
offense. Still third down.
So after the 5 yards walked off, it is third down and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
We're about ready now for the punt. Important punt here in this tie game late. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll look to throw again. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. The open man is Reed. He's got it. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A handoff as they try to run it here. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's caught! And he's in! Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. That would qualify as an angry run, powering his way forward. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Receiver in motion, headed left. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. 2nd and 11. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They get the victory here away from home to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.